I've been hacked. I've been hacked by Lisa Eldridge. You know who Lisa Eldridge is. Lisa Eldridge is one of the most famous makeup artists in the world. She's British. She was one of the first YouTubers, and she saw all of the benefits of YouTube. It was 2010. So she's been doing it for a long time. She's been the creative director of Lancome. She's created lipsticks, a whole makeup line. She's such a fine makeup artist. And she created this hack. Well, I don't know if she created it, but she uses this hack on her most famous clients. So I thought, why don't we try it? I've never tried it before, but let me tell you all about it. So this hack is all about using really clean brushes and it's almost like, you know what? It reminds me of my paintings. I would put the painting on, I'd put the oil paint on, and then I'd brush it away. Well, this is exactly what you do with your makeup, that you put the makeup on and then you brush it away. But you need to have clean brushes. So this morning I washed my brushes, not all of them, but the brushes that we're going to use today. And I put them out in the sun. They dried, in an hour or two? Of course, it's pretty warm in Southern California. So we're going to use these brushes, and I'm going to show you her technique. It worked on my paintings. Why can't it work on my face? And yours also. Oh, my nails. So do you know Carolyn Hirons? Carolyn Hirons is if Lisa Eldridge is the makeup guru, Carolyn Hirons is the skin guru. She's written books. She's written 2 books, one for teenagers, one for grown-ups. And she's got a whole line of skincare. Well, I saw her this week on Instagram, and she was wearing nails this color. And I thought, that is hysterical. It was her birthday week, and I thought, you know what? Hey, Carolyn, I'm copying you. I'm going to wear the same color nail polish. Let's see what people say this week. It should be a hoot, right? So that's why I'm wearing this color. I don't know, I thought, isn't this a great color for the summer? It's crazy. It's out there. That's me. Okay, so let's start the hack. The first thing she talks about is when you put on makeup is that you put on a thin layer. So I've just got, what have I got? I've got the Merit oil and the Merit moisturizer on. If I were you, now that's because I'm not going out in the sun today. But if I were to go out in the sun, then she recommends just using your SPF and then putting the makeup over it so that she doesn't believe in putting 7 layers of products on your skin and then putting makeup on. Okay, so I'm going to start out with Merit's, what is this called? You know, I don't even know. The Uniform? Who came up with that name? It's called The Uniform. It's by Merit. And the reason I like it, this matches my skin perfectly. So she suggested, okay, so I'm going to put on a couple of squirts. She says, put on whatever you think you need. But she says she sees, and she's going through, going through Instagram, etc. She notices that people put on too much makeup. So watch what we're going to do. So I've got this on, and I'm going to use my usual, I like using a brush. So I'm going to use my usual makeup brush on this and put it all over. I put my eyebrows on ahead of time, so I wouldn't bore you. Remember in my last video, I showed you how the new method of putting eyebrows on. I'll put a card up here so that you can take a look at that video, because I think it's a fabulous way of putting on eyebrows, and it makes them look so real. Now, see, I think I need more makeup, so I'll put a squirt here. But I love this color, just love it. And you're going to ask me, what's the color? It's a good question. Wait a second. 26. There. That's the name, 26. Okay, so I'm going to put this on. Now, I'm making it harder for myself because I'm not only putting this on, but I'm also putting on the Merit, what do they call this? They call this stick, they call this, oh my goodness. I don't know what they call this, but I'm going to use it as this, I think it's called sandstone, the color. But I'm going to use this as, to go over those areas that need, like here, where I have marks, scars. Do I have it on this side? Yes. And this side, I know. And here I get blue, and I get blue. So I'm going to put it, okay. So this is what I mean by that it's hard to do. So let's say I'm going to put this in, and I'm doing what I usually do, but what Lisa Eldridge says is that you get a clean brush, it's got to be clean, and you go over your foundation and you smooth it out so that you're taking away and letting some of your skin show through. This brush, oh, you know what? It looks better already. My goodness. You know what? She was right. This brush is Sigma F80 flat top. Now you can look at that. Isn't that interesting? Can you see the difference between this side and that? Can you see the pores over here and not over here? Look at that. It really makes a difference. So she says to go over your whole face and smooth the makeup out. Look at this. Let's see how this side, it really does make a difference. Interesting. So you go over your makeup. I've got, City Lips lip gloss on my lips to prepare them for when I need to put on lipstick. And I go all the way over here, all the way here. And I put it over my earlobes, a la, Martha Stewart, so that they have a little makeup on them also. But this, I'm really surprised. Well, I shouldn't be surprised. I mean, if Lisa Eldridge raves about this technique, then you know that it's got to be good. It really makes a difference. And this is a great brush. This Sigma Kabuki F80. Wow. It really looks good. I don't know why it surprises me. I guess I'm going to be doing this all the time. But it's got to be clean. So that means I'm going to have to keep my brushes clean. At least some of them clean. Okay. Woo! Looking good. This works. Okay. Clean brush. Now, what am I doing next? I'm going to put on some blush. Under my eyes. Now she likes using, for under her eyes, I've always used a brush. She likes using a, what's it called? A beauty sponge? A beauty something. So I'm going to put a tiny bit. This is It Cosmetics by Under Eye, and it's in its lightest color. So she likes using a beauty blender. My sister and I we were talking on the phone today and laughing because she had a secret to tell me. And I said, okay, what is the secret that you were going to tell me? We were out to lunch together and she had a secret that she couldn't tell me in front of other people. And she said, I have no idea. She said, what was it about? I said, I don't know. It was a secret. And we both started laughing because both of us can't remember a thing. And she couldn't remember the secret. I couldn't remember what the secret was about. And so the best people to tell secrets to are my sister and I, because neither one of us can remember what it's about and why it needs to be a secret. So we had a good laugh over that. We both have terrible memories. I must say, Lisa's got good ideas, but she puts it on with a beauty blender. I got this tiny little one in London at Selfridges, I remember. Okay, so that, and then she uses a brush. So she has a second brush, and I just ordered it today. And then she uses a brush again to brush it out so that, I mean, it really works, guys. It really works. But it's got to be clean. So you've got, and you know what? It took me no time to clean these brushes this morning. And to be honest, I used Palmolive, because these brushes have oil in them. Look at how smooth it is. This is the first time I've done it. I've been studying this and watching her video over and over again. I can't believe that I've never done this before. It really makes a big difference. Whoa. So she suggested using cream blush. So I'm going to use cream blush. This is that Clé de Peau, and I just put it here. Now she suggests taking the same brush that you used for makeup so that it has a tiny bit of makeup left on it. That's this one. And brush the edges. Well, I'm brushing the whole thing. But see how much lighter it is? It so softens the look. So you don't see any of the edges, but it's got to be a clean brush. Is it too? Do I need a little bit more? This clean brush technique really does work. So all of us can use it. Now, okay, eye makeup. Now I've had this eyeshadow, but it's Dior Backstage and it's cool neutrals. So I've been using, what brushes with it? I'll use this. This looks good. So I like having light on the bottom. I forgot to put on NARS eye primer. What do you think of these? Are these crazy? My husband just laughed. He's gotten used to me doing crazy stuff. Okay, so I've got my eye primer on. It's interesting. There's some things that I've used forever. One of them is this. The other one is this eyeshadow palette. Okay, so I'm putting the light one on the bottom because I think I've got deep set eyes. I'm not sure, but I think I do. And so I think that I like having them stand out by having a light color on them. And then I take a little bit of this, 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 and I put it, and I put it right here, right above this. So I've got hooded eyes, but you can't see it because, well, you can, but you can't, but see, by having this above, dark recedes, light precedes. So by putting this here, it makes it look like I've got, that I don't have hooded eyes, even when I do. But see how there's light here? See that light? So that's one of my hooded eyes. But because it's light, it just looks like I've got light eyes. So then I take a clean brush, like this one, okay? And I do the same thing. I go over it so much. I go over and over and over. And it just, so let's look at it. Do you see the difference between them? I can. Can you see the smoothness of this? They say for you to blend, but nobody tells you to blend with a clean brush, and to really blend, really smooth it out. And that's what I'm doing. It's the clean brush technique. You need to use a clean brush. And it looks so much better. Interesting, isn't it? Okay, so I've got to put on some eyeliner. This is Victoria Beckham, her eyeliner. Okay, so I'm putting eyeliner. I'm doing on the waterline. Okay, and I'm doing it on this side. Now she takes, this is what I find interesting, among other interesting things. She takes a fine brush like this, and she'll take some of the eyeliner, some of the makeup, and she just puts it down here. But just as she smooths this out, she has it come down here. So it's very, very subtle. So I'm going to do the same thing. Can you see? As I say, it's really subtle. And then, you know what she likes doing? She likes taking a little bit of that blush and bringing it up here. She likes it all kind of joining together. Okay. And she said she'll use a brush. Oh, I've got this Laura Mercier powder, so I can see. So she'll take a little bit of this, using again, it's a clean brush. Okay, mascara. You know, you know me. I still like this. Serum that I put on my. I love this. Okay, so I put this on, and then there was a sale of travel size. No, it wasn't a sale. It was something that I got at Sephora, small size of Lashy Dole. So I got 2 of them because they were so inexpensive. And I like this mascara. So she even says that you should wash your spoolie. Where's my spoolie? Here it is. So I washed it. So she said you should wash your spoolie so that you can use it on your eyebrows and on your eyelashes, but you should have a clean one. So I washed this. I didn't even know it was dirty, but it was. You should have seen the dirt that came off it. Not dirt, but mascara. So I like Lashy Dole. It's by Lancome. And I told you that, you know, Lisa Eldridge has written a book all about, she collects vintage makeup. She's the one, remember I told you that she bought an old Audrey Hepburn lipstick case, and she bought it for $25,000. There was a sale at Sotheby's. So she's got this collection, and she put it in a book. So she has a beautiful book with her featuring her collection of vintage and antique makeup. Okay, so I got my mascara on, and look at the subtle. See how subtle this is? Because I just took a clean brush. Where is it? I just took a clean brush and put just the leftovers from the eyeliner. Okay, lipstick. The lipstick I've been wearing on a regular basis because it's Je ne sais quoi, and it's by by Lisa Eldridge. And I'm going to use a Lisa Eldridge pen also, 1C. I really like her lip pencils. And then Je ne sais quoi. Now, again, what Lisa says, is to take a brush. I'm going to take this brush. This is soft. Okay, so you know what? It's like with my paintings. Do you see how it smooths things out? So it doesn't, let's see if the top looks, it looks so much better. So Lisa Eldridge is right. Using clean brushes over your makeup, it really does have a beautiful smoothing effect. You don't get too much makeup on. If you see Lisa Eldridge and watch her videos, she never has a lot of makeup on. It's always so subtle. And now I see how she gets it, because it's all very, very subtle, very, very smooth, very subtle, even lips. So this is Lisa Eldridge's hack. It's really very effective. I think she done. It's really beautiful. I can see why the makeup looks so good. You know, the funny thing is, Lisa was making somebody up, and the woman was saying, "I'm not going to take this off. I'm going to sleep with this makeup." And Lisa was laughing because she said a lot of her clients say the same thing, that they're so happy with the makeup that they sleep with it. It's really sweet. So that's it. So start washing some of your brushes. It makes a big difference. I can see it. I hope you can too. So I got hacked. It was a good hack though. Oh, remember to, like, share, and subscribe. And thank you for all the new subscribers. I can't tell you how much I appreciate it. It's very exciting for me. So thank you very much. I hope you enjoyed this. I did. I really learned something. I can't believe how good it looks. It really is a fabulous hack. It's fabulous. Hope you enjoy it too.